Hello YouTube, back again with another video. This time it's going to be a custom duel. I'm going to be continuing with my Animeta deck, even though eventually I plan to change it with another archetype I customized, but this is to showcase some of the cards I possibly didn't use that I can make full use of. And besides talking all this mumbo jumbo, I just want to showcase the cards that my opponent's using, that I'm up against. So you have a clear perspective of who I'm facing, and that whether this duel may be a challenge, you can see for yourself. So he's gonna have to fusion summon, but he has to pay at least 4K. Oh, my mistake. No, that's for another effect. I was gonna say if he's able to do that, like there could be more to that. I don't know. So because I was thinking he was gonna use monsters from his main deck and extra for fusion summon, but only unless he pays 4K, I assume. Only if he at least pays 4,000 art, and then he's gonna activate his bronze effect, I assume, to draw a card. And then again, so basically it's like one of the like fusion of like Albus fusion monsters, the Ash Dragon, because this effect is very similar. So when I look at it, and he's gonna end on this board. So I'm guessing he's supposed to summon this guy with his field spell, and from here, I mean his continue spell. So here I'm going to have to activate Animeta Boken to get more consistency. And still waiting on my next move, as I'm about to normal summon Tanjiro and pay 12,000 special summon 2 Animeta monsters from my main deck to the field. I can also use this effect for the monsters on my extra face up to, so from here on out, Deku's effect will activate when he's normal or special summoned, allowing me to add Animeta card from my deck to my hand. So that will be Yusosuru. And I'm still thinking about it because I can use a Hosoka's effect, but I want to see how many cards I want to draw. First, I'm going to set my scales, and now I can draw 4 cards basically. I get to draw 4. Minus 2, so 6 minus 2 equals 4, which I'm correct. But as a restriction, I can only special summon Animeta monsters that turn activate this effect. So that's the only restriction it has. But like at the same time, you do have to subtract the number face-up cards minus 2 to make it more balanced, so that the card doesn't be heavily busted. And then I'll retrieve Boken with Deku's Pendulum effect. Yususuru's effect will activate, allowing me to special summon a monster from my Pendulum Zone to the field. And let's fast forward, and I'm just going to go straight to a Link 3 or a Link 2 or Synchro Summon, whatever. Yeah, my mistake, a level 12 Synchro monster. I use Akame to draw 2, and then I say Kirito, and then I special summon Kirito. I special summon Kira with Kirito's effect. Kira's effect will activate. Eventually, I do plan to hit this card on the ban list for custom duels, because I was actually being very nice. He cheated because he's supposed to destroy all the monsters that I declare, all the copies, and I had to wait for him to respond. I had to wait for his opinion. But to be real though, because the reason why I even made this effect is to relate to is to reference Kira from Death Note. And although the effect may be busted, it's also very unique, and destroying doesn't seem too powerful like it was back then Yu-Gi-Oh! So it can be a hindrance, but at the same time, it's like there are a lot of monsters that can avoid being destroyed. But at the same, even though you have to declare and it's a once per turn, damn dog, oh my god. Well, watch as I continue. I get to draw 2 thanks to Ryusou, and I'll activate Akame's effect, popping Deku to draw 2. So like I was saying about Kira, his effect may be irritating, it may be ridiculous and unfair, but at the same time there are a lot of monsters that can avoid being destroyed, and plus they can trigger their effects when being destroyed, as you guys are aware. But at the same time, that's only if you only get a one-shot opportunity to declare the name correctly. And if they don't have the name, then the effect does not resolve. So it just gives you opportunities to let you in on your opponent's deck. So even though it seems fairly busted with really barely any restriction, barely no cost, pretty much. But again, it's to make the card more unique. It's to add more diversity for the Animeta archetype. And you'll see here why, because like I said, it's supposed to make pendulums more relevant. But the more you see it, you start to understand there are actually far more broken archetypes that compared to mine. There are way more broken archetypes that don't even compare to the one I'm creating right now, the one I've literally made myself. So to say that my archetype is broken, check the amount of custom cards that other people make. So, and at the same time, it is a card game, and then Motoko will activate its effect. So I'll continue with what I was about to say, but I get an extra pendulum thanks to Motoko's effect while she's face up. But some people need to realize that there are far more broken effects compared to this archetype. Yes, it enables potential OTKs, but does not prevent you from playing literally. It's not like you can't play Yuka. You can still play Yuka. It's just you gotta find ways to counter this deck. And if you manage to like get rid of my pendulum scales, then chances are I might not win. So, because I still have to be able to set the pendulum scale in order for me to accomplish my victory. So being able to get rid of my pendulum monsters from the pendulum scale should be enough to prevent me from actually continuing with my onslaught. But then Zankatsu's effect will activate, shuffling one of my pendulum monsters back into the main deck. And then I'll target, I don't think it will target, but it will negate the effects of a monster my opponent controls. And on top of that, his attack and defense are halved as well. And I can use this during either player's turn. So this is pretty much game for my opponent. And but I could be wrong. It looks like he's going to survive this. Yep. And I gain life points thanks to Kaneki. When it's destroyed by battle or card effects, it can only be special summoned during the end phase, the turn that was destroyed, and I gain life points equal to half its current attack. And from here on out, I'm going to activate Uchigawa Sumpo. So I'll destroy my Kaneki, and I gain life points equal to its attack. So I gain 2,400. And the same thing, it will come back during the phase, and I'll gain life points equal to half its attack. So it's basically an infinite loop. But the thing is, like, you have to like figure out the cards you're gonna make first before you decide to make an entire broken card. So it's better to make a card that benefits with another card that you can combo off. So that's why I feel that in itself is actually intelligent. Like that in itself is something clever. So I can manage to make cards that can combo with my other cards, like without having to make one card that can benefit itself, like simply with its effects combined. So it's better to combine other effects with other monster effects or any card, so that you can kind of see that this definitely works out and it's not as broken, because you have to be able to draw into the other card in order for the combo to work. And from here on out, it looks like he's paying 2,000 life points. I'm guessing that's Wolfram's effect. He's not done his turn yet, so chances may be that he can continue to harm my life points like he's gonna do now. He's gonna go for, so he's gonna pay 2,000 life. He's gonna attack me for 23, which is fine. That's cool. Still have enough life points. And Kaneki will special summon itself during the end phase, and I gain life points equal to half its attack. Look at this. Tons of points for me. And with the one thing I really enjoy, what I find cool about this duel is how I already have one of each of the types for my extra deck. A Link monster, an Xyz monster, a Fusion, and a Synchro. So consider how much I feel bad for my opponent. It's unfortunate. This deck in itself is really strong, but at the same time, it's meant to be meta worthy. So But I'm going straight to my main phase 1. I'm going to weigh what I'm going to decide to do from here on out. Obviously, I'm going to search so I can plus even more and make my deck even more consistent. As you'll see here, I can match this Pendulum Summon a lot. So I'm going to search for Lelouch, and Lelouch's effect allows me to go to search and I'll target his monster and I gain control of it. And this is where he's eventually going to scoop and ask if he has a response. So I'll use, like I said, I'll use Lelouch's effect, targeting Wolfram, and I gain control of it, but I can't attack directly, and then I can match to hit him for game. Again, I hope you guys enjoy the duel. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.